nyo dito sa... Nag-aalala kasi yung mga OFW natin na yung sinasabi nila na yung pangalan na nilagay nila doon sa balota o sa online voting, iba yung lumalabas. Ano pong masasabi nyo dito, Atty.?
Okay, first, una muna, no? Meron bang batas on online voting? Wala po, ha? Wala pang batas sa online voting. Pero itong ating Commission on Elections, perhaps out of their intention to really rationalize and make it easy for our overseas Filipino voters to vote, no, implemented on its own without a law, the online voting. Maganda siguro ang intensyon, pero maski nga sa Amerika, wala pang ang online voting. Selected lang masyado. Dito tayo, nagmamadali tayo masyado na wala pong batas. Basic po yun sa ating batas. Basic po yun sa ating legal system that agencies such as Commission on Elections merely implement the law. They cannot make or craft the law. In this case, it is our humble view that COMELEC has overstepped its bounds. No, it has it is exercising functions which is ultra vires, meaning beyond its authority. So, kaya nga po, siguro dahil wala masyadong konsultasyon, hindi ito masyado siguro na open up sa mga publiko, ang dami pong reklamo ngayon. We have to face that. And even if kaibigan natin yung mga nandyan, yung mga commissioners po dyan, we know them personally, we have to speak out na medyo talaga merong problema. Just like what has been stated ngayon, na kung sino yung ibinoto, iba po ang lumalabas.
Yun.
Ang explanation daw ni Chairman Garcia is encrypted daw yung mga data. In the first place, these plans should have been explained before to the people, to the OFWs. No? The processes should have been transparent. Paano magiging transparent po ito? Na ngayon lang po na-explain. And secondly, no, ang problema kasi niyan, you can only verify your votes 30 days thereafter. In the meantime, yung mga hackers dyan, yung mga malwares na posibleng present, may be able to do something to reflect your votes. But in the meantime, yung mga napunta doon, iiba as reflected nga dun sa mga napicturan po nila. Kaya nga po, meron talagang problema po dito. And tomorrow, no, at the very least, we might be filing a very urgent, most respectful, reiterative motion for issuance of TRO and injunction against online voting. Dahil nga po sa mga nangyayari. Kaya nga po yung mga estudyante ko sa Jose Maria College, no, Law School, nag-organisa po at nag-create ng vote guard, balota, no, so that all of the complaints would be reported properly. We have to paper the world. What do you mean by paper the world? We have to reduce everything in writing, reduce everything in affidavit form, so that we can use the same in whatever pleadings that we may file in whatever forum or fora that we may go to, no? Such as the Commission on Elections as well as the Supreme Court, in order to impress and convince these entities, especially the Supreme Court, of the extreme and urgent necessity for them to act on the matter. Yun po ang aking answer doon.
Attorney, ano naman po yung mga dapat gawin ng mga OFW mapatungkol dito sa issue na to? Kasi nag-trending talaga eh. At ito yung isa sa mga pinag-uusapan na iba yung nilagay nila doon, pero iba yung lumalabas, katulad doon yung nasa monitor na yan. So ano yung mga pwede nating maipayo sa mga hero abroad, sa mga OFW na maaari nilang gawin dito sa isyung ito?
Okay, anong maaari nating gawin? First, paper the world. What do I mean paper the world? You should document everything. Take pictures, no? At saka, ipa-record mo yan. Kung nandun kayo sa embassy, dapat ma-record doon na meron kayong complaint na ganyan. Tapos, ipasa po ninyo sa amin. Punta kayo sa vote guard, bantay balota, para ma-record po yung mga estudyante ko will be contacting you if there is a need for you to execute an affidavit. Then an affidavit has to be executed. Kayo na po, please help us. This is our only country. Kung magawaan na kayo ng affidavit, ipa-subscribe ninyo, anong tawag dito, punta kayo sa embassy para para manotaryuhan po ito, para magiging affidavit natin ito, magiging ebidensya po natin. And then secondly, as much as possible, kasi ang explanation niyan kay encryption daw yan, no? Siguro, we respect that kung ganun nga. Pero ito lang ang encryption na ito na pwede mo mabuksan after May 12. Ang daming mangyayari, no? An encryption, no, should work against intruders, not against yourself.
Yes,
Oo. Because I am a voter, I have the right to know and I have the right to be assured that my votes are actually reflected
Yes.
in a document. Paano yun? Pagkita mo, iba yung resulta. Ngayon mo lang nalaman na ganun pala. Tapos, ma-confirm mo after na ng elections. In the meantime, yung mga tao, what if lang may malware na maka-infect niyan? At saka iba nga ang na-report doon. That is a very big possibility. And
Yes.
the COMELEC should not be onion-skinned to accept that fact because even the United States of American experts accept this fact. No? Kung nandun yan, yung mga natatalo, mag-question pa sa Senate Electoral Tribunal, naku, sino ang magdidesisyon yun? Yung
Yes.
mga na-elect naman na, what you call this, na questionable yung election. Kaya nga po, ang ating minumungkahi ay nandyan na yan, no? Enough ba yan na hindi na tayo boboto? Hindi, boboto pa rin kayo. No? Magpa-register pa rin kayo. Pero, ang recommendation ko ganito. Nandyan kasi sa batas, Sections 23, 24 of Republic Act 10590. What is 10590? That is actually the law which amended Republic Act 9189. So, what does that provide? Under Section 23, voting may be physical or via mail. These provisions are not amended by any law. So punta ka doon, insist on your right because under Section 24, you are supposed to be allowed to physically vote.
Yes.
Kung hindi ka i-allow nun, no, ipa-record mo doon. And then, magpa-register ka pa rin, online voting ka pa rin kung hindi i-allow itong Section 23 and 24. But you have to inform us. I-inform mo kami, ipa-record mo yan doon sa embassy na hindi ka pinaboto physically, okay? But still participate, pero i-report mo sa amin sa Vote Guard, Bantay Balota, no? Para meron kaming data na hindi nila ini-implement itong Sections 23 and 24 of Republic Act 10590. Kaya para may datos tayo na klaro and maski hindi kayo pinaboto physically or via mail, no? Participate pa rin kayo sa online voting, magpaturo kayo doon sa embassy mismo, no? I know that under their COMELEC resolution, only illiterates lang, pregnant, ang pwedeng pumunta doon. But that is only a COMELEC resolution. You insist that you have the right based on a law, ha? Batas po ito. Hindi ito pwede i-amyenda ng mga COMELEC resolution lamang. Naku, kaya nga, lahat ng mga first year, second year law student ko, alam nila ito, na yung batas ay hindi po na-amyenda ng COMELEC resolutions lamang. So, we will politely insist, kung hindi talaga kayo pabutuhin based on what I have said, then participate still in online voting, but paper the world. I-document mo
Yun.
lahat. Yun po.
Follow-up question, Jay?
Meron pa kasing attorney na bakit nung unang parang inilabas ito ni Garcia, bakit hindi agad nila sinabi na ganito yung mga mangyayari or ganito yung mga makikita ng mga OFW dyan sa online voting na yan.
Oo nga.
So may mga nagsasabi pa na parang kayang-kayang paghiwalayin daw or paghimay-himayin ng ng online voting na to yung mga binoboto ng mga OFW. Parang ang ibig nila sabihin kaya pa nilang baguhin kasi nga kung dito nga ang binoto mo PDP, ang lumabas puro ibang mga pangalan, so talagang sobrang natatakot yung mga OFW.
Yes, yes. That is really a valid concern. No? I really hope and pray that our Commission on Elections chairman and the commissioners, they are highly intelligent lawyers, no? And they are and they know that our concerns are legitimate concerns po. Kaya nga po ang gagawin po natin is we really have to protect ourselves, no? And we have to ensure na makaparticipate pa rin kayo na kasi nga po, dapat po dito may transparency, no? The entire rationale, the entire purpose of the Commission on Elections is to provide us, guarantee us a hope free. Ano may hope free? Honest, peaceful, free, credible elections. In order for you to have a credible elections, your processes must be transparent.
Ayun.
The processes must inspire voter confidence. Ang problema dito, parang nawawala po yung voter confidence. Kasi nga po, magboboto ka, hindi mo nakikita kung sino yung binutuhan mo. Tapos, iba pang mga pangalan ang lumalabas.
Yes.
Something has to be done here. And hindi po pwede siguro sa tingin ko kulang yung sinabi ni Comelec chairman na encrypted yan. Makikita mo naman yan after May 12. Grabe yan. It cannot inspire confidence.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, it creates more doubts. Kasi with hacking, with very complicated and high-tech technologies right now, anything can happen. Perhaps, just a suggestion, hindi po ako nagmamagaling ha. Ako lang po ay hamak na taga Davao del Sur lamang.
Taga-Sub-Saharan.
Taga Sub-Saharan Mindanao. Why not implement the law? Section 23 and 24 allow physical voting, no? Allow voting by mail. It is provided for by law. It is just a matter of implementing what was done before and implement it now. So, yun po ang aking humble suggestion on the matter. The processes, the legal system already allows it to be implemented. Then why not implement the same?
Alright. So sa akin, attorney, no, encryption meaning that they are translating the online document into a codes, no? So ngayon, nawawala na yung transparency kasi hindi makikita ng ating mga kababayan nga yung kung sino yung mga binoto nila. So parang tinanggalan, nawala talaga yung transparency katulad din na nangyayari ng ibang bagay sa ating gobyerno ngayon. So attorney, sinabi mo kanina na wala sa batas na pilitin tayo na magkaroon ng online voting. In fact, wala pa po talang batas na nagsasabi na mag-online voting tayo. Now, they did that, online voting. Mayroon ba silang pwedeng kaharaping kaso if ever na may tao na magpa-file against them?
Actually, kaibigan ko rin kasi sila, no? Baka ma-misinterpret tayo. At objectively, meron. Because as to what are these cases, hindi ko na lang isabi. Tawagan nyo na lang ako. No? Kasi dapat kasi kung anong nasa batas, yun po ang i-implementa natin. Actually, online voting was likewise suggested during the chairmanship of Sheriff Abbas. Yun, estudyante ko yun sa Ateneo de Davao.
Yes.
Sub-Saharan Mindanao din yun.
Ayun.
Oo, pero sabi ni Chairman Abbas, maganda yan, pero wala pa kasing batas, hindi natin i-implementa yan. Oo. Pero ngayon, si Chairman Garcia, inimplementa na niya, maski alam niya na wala pong batas dito. As to why, maybe he's motivated by the fact that there is a need for us to be efficient and to be fast in delivering results. But efficiency should not be the sole reason for sacrificing credibility.
Ayun.
Credibility is a sacrosanct characteristics in an election process. Kasi kung hindi credible, wala nang trust yung tao doon sa election mo, baka po mawawala na ng saysay ang entire process. Voting, no? The votation process is a sacrosanct process. Ito lang po ang in 3 years. Ito lang, isang araw lang may totoong kapangyarihan yung tao. Yung magpili siya ng kanyang mga opisyalis. Isang araw lang. For 3 years, wala na. Yung mga opisyalis na ang hawod sa amin. Ano ba yung hawod
Siga.
sa siga? Oo. Isang araw lang. Yung isang araw pa lang na binigay ng mga butante, ay medyo questionably pa yung proseso, then we really have a problem.
Yes.
No? We are attacking the credibility of the elections. No? So, yun po, sana may gawain talaga dito na mabilis at epektibo.
Alam niyo, sabi din nila doon, kaya daw naka-encrypt yan para daw maiwasan yung vote buying. Ano pong masasabi niyo, Atty.?
Well, I understand that because under the Omnibus Election Code, no, you could not publish the specifics as to who you voted for. Okay, but there are ways naman na they should understand that what if pala you will make it you will issue a resolution. Okay, so that you will feel confident. You have the right to take a picture of it, but you are prohibited from showing it to anyone. If there is evidence that will be presented, showing and proving that you presented it to another person, then you can be made liable. Oh, yun. That solves the process. That solves the fear that ano yan, na election offense yan, no? So, kung dinaan nga ito sa klarong konsultasyon, siguro na didiscuss po ito. And as a matter of fact, under Section 41 of Republic Act 10590, yung rule-making authority nga sana ng Commission on Elections should have been subjected to real and honest-to-goodness consultation. Pero sa tingin ko lang dito, with all humility and with all good faith, parang kulang po.
Ayun, Ajay.
Attorney, kung sakali man na ito ay, kung sakali lamang po na ito ay bandang huli, ay mapatunayan na merong dayaan na mangyayari dito sa online voting na to. At ito ay hindi naman nagulat tayo na bigla na lang ipinasa to. So sino ho kaya yung mga maaaring managot? Kaya rin po bang madamay dito ang presidente dahil pinayagan niya tong ganitong wala naman sa batas?
Well, objectively speaking, yung Commission on Elections, by law and by pursuant to our 1987 Constitution, independent body siya.
Yes.
Supposedly, it is not subject to any dictation or influence by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. Kung baga, legally, the buck stops at the COMELEC chairman. Legally. Legally po. But if we can establish other evidences pointing to the direction of Malacanang, then it may be a probability. Pero yun din, the only way by which you can question the president is via impeachment din kasi.
Yes.
So, yun din ang mahirap po dito, reality po sa ating bansa.
Ako dito, attorney, sa yung process nito. May guidelines sila, katulad ng sinabi mo kanina, na ikukulong yung maglalabas online ng kanilang mga vote results, no? Pero kung makikita mo doon sa inimumuestra kanina, yung ginagawa noong isang OFW habang siya ay bumoboto, makikita po natin doon na may check your vote. Then once na click mo yung check your vote, encrypted naman. So, parang dito pa lang, parang may nangyayari ng panluloko Kasi you want the OFW to check their votes, pero ang makikita nila doon, iba. So, nagkakaroon ng confusion.
Oo. Hindi lang confusion. Total confusion talaga po siya. Total confusion kasi check your vote tapos iba yung lumalabas. May mga pangalan pa na iba na hindi nila binoto. So, whose fault is that? The person who created the system.
Yes.
And the system, by the way, is SMS Global Technologies Incorporated. So, it's a Filipino company,
Yes, yung
Yeah, SMS Global Technologies Incorporated. Yan yung nabigyan ng kontrata po dyan, which is a private provider po, private. It has a very good, solid background kasi 1995 pa sila on SMS provision, yung short message services, no? Pero objectively also, wala pa po yung experience po on online voting, no? As to kasi first nga ito ever sa ating bansa So, kung ano po yung lumalabas na dapat sana kampante yung ating voter, iba kasi. So, hindi rin natin masisisi ng mga taong katulad natin
Yes.
na magbusisi kasi voting process ito sakrosang sacred ito Ito nga lang ang ating power to choose. Ngayon may cloud of doubt pa. So kailangan talaga may gawain dito.